I want me some glory hole.
That's a classic soundbite from a few years ago of Jerry Jones, the owner, GM of the Dallas Cowboys. And he's like, I remember back in the day we had glory hole days, and then we had, well, I think we could get back to glory hole days. And then he finishes off the press conference with this.
I want me some glory hole.
And then what's funny is what I cut out of that soundbite is the entire media room just starts chuckling like, oh shit, he has no idea what a glory hole is. Or does he? What a dumb fucker. There's a reason why I'm saying or I'm playing that soundbite from Jerry Jones, because he's done it again in a sense, and it's courtesy of Jamie Foxx of all people. And it's just funny. But the more pressing situation before we get into anything else is glory holes. Would you use one? Let's talk about it. Duff Uncensored, the hard topics that we need to discuss. Glory holes. Are they a pleasure domain or a hole full of terror? I couldn't imagine, real quick. Guys, ladies, you need to think about this too. Does it make sense sticking any I wouldn't even stick my finger, my index finger in a random hole in a wall, let alone my penis. I don't understand, how horny do you have to be to stick your dick through a hole and hope to God on the other end it's not a fucking rat or a dog, or somebody's just like not wanting to play a prank on you. Remember the movie Meatballs, where the gym was it a gym teacher or the female coach? She just grabs it and just starts yanking on it, right? You don't know what's on the other end, so don't stick things in there. If you've ever used a glory hole, let me know. I want to know. We'll disguise your voice, or I'll just say anonymous when I read your message. What went through your mind? Like, how horned up were you that you're just like, you know what? I gotta stick it in there. I do. God, that seems so dangerous. That's so freaky. This is not how I expected the show to start. I didn't think I was going to go down this path, but hey, you're right there with me. We're holding hands, frolicking through the meadow of glory holes. That's what's happening right now. My goodness. If you've ever done it, let me know. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. It's just fascinating. I've never been in I imagine they're all in like truck stop restrooms. I've never gone into a restroom and seen a hole in the wall. But I gotta admit, it'd be hard not to kind of try to peek through. Be like, what the fuck's on the other side? What's over there? Next thing you know, you get a black eye coming out of the bathroom. And then your wife's like, what the hell happened? Be like, I don't want to fucking talk about it. But I need to go to the doctor and get some penicillin because I might have chlamydia in my eye. And that's how we're going to start the show, folks. What's up? It's DeHuff. It's another episode of DeHuff Uncensored. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. Make sure you give it a nice review if you can. Also, remember today's show is presented to you by Bet Online. In fact, Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. Bet Online has every stat, every matchup, even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. And if you think you know your stuff, get in on Bet Online's $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every single week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of that $200,000. Now, when the games are all over, you can head on over to their online casino, get in on the game of blackjack or poker, or even unwind with one of their over 150 slot games. Go to betonline.ag right now to get in on the action. It's Bet Online. The game starts here. Sorry. Jerry Jones, what in the hell did you do to this show?
What the fuck?
This is like from 5 years ago or whatever it was, the glory hole thing.
I want me some glory hole.
It's just funny to me. Oh, you know what we need to do? Oh, geez, my God. I'm sorry. I got distracted. I just got distracted by a glory hole. Classic me.
Right, as always.
Hey, Ken, you were there. Hey, you might have been on the other side, motherfucker. Anyway, you know what we need to do? Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
Well, a JetBlue passenger had a beef, a run-in, a clash of titans with a fellow flyer over a stolen Apple charger. And then she says, is it stealing if you give it back? Yes, it's still stealing. You could steal a TV, use it, and then return it back to Walmart. Guess what? Still stealing. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm going to use your headphones, okay? I'm going to use your Apple charger real quick. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to ask you about it. Boom, gave it back to you. You're still using it without permission. If you're like, if you grab my cell phone charger, start using it, I'm going to get it back. It's not on the same level as, you know, stealing a TV or a vehicle, right? But it's still stealing, and it's still you being a jerk. You can't do that. This was supposed to be rapid fire, by the way, but I forgot to play it because I was just so distracted by freaking Jerry Jones and his glory hole. Anyway, back to stealing Apple chargers. I'd be fucking pissed off if that happened to me. I know it's silly. It's not the end of the world. There's no harm. There's no... the foul is that you took something without asking. Okay? You can't do that. It's a dick move. Do you get arrested for it? No. But you can't come back with the question of, is it stealing if you return it? Well, yeah, because you took it without asking. Listen, Your Honor, I gave most of the money back. So dumb. I returned the vehicle. Sir, it was damaged beyond recognition. But I gave it back. You got to admit that, okay? Gosh, sticklers. Oh, my God. Get your nose out of the sky, Your Honor. Snobby dick. A Harvard medical student ate over 700 eggs in a month. And then it says, with surprising results.
My God. What is that smell? Oh,
That's the smell of desire, my lady.
God, no, it smells like a used diaper filled with Indian food. Oh, excuse me.
You know, desire smells like that to some people.
What is that? It smells like a turd covered in burnt hair.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Oh.
That's still funny. Still funny. Yeah, listen, what now the study, when you dive deeper into it, is talking about what does it do to your body, your cholesterol levels, and all this nonsense. Basically, his cholesterol levels dropped slightly. So, I mean, he went to the extreme. If you're doing 700 eggs a month, it's a lot of fucking eggs. It's disgusting. You killed a lot of baby birds, you dick, just for a fucking experiment. Oh my God, PETA, get on their ass over at Harvard. I mean, come on, man. That's not an experiment I want to do. He must have been like a first-year medical student. They're like, hey, who wants to eat 700 eggs in a month? Everybody's just like, no, God, no. Then the dumb kid in the back's just like, I'll do it as long as I get an A. I want to be a doctor. Right. Let's pass this kid and get him out of our our class this year. Hey, eat 700 eggs in a month and then document it, okay? Okay. Fucking gross. 700 eggs. You know that dude'd be farting up a storm and it's just going to be smelly nasty. I didn't play that soundbite for nothing. You know, have you ever ate a egg salad? Egg salads are delicious. Like egg salad sandwich and whatnot. Potato salad, all that stuff. Deviled eggs. Oh my God, deviled eggs are good. You ever had somebody make deviled eggs and they fuck it up? It's like the easiest thing to make. Deviled eggs. You hard boil the eggs, you scoop out the yolk, then you take the yolk, mix it with some mayonnaise. Sometimes you could add a little bit of mustard, maybe some paprika, a little bit of salt and pepper, whatever. Okay? It's really hard to fuck up deviled eggs. But when you do, guess what? Nobody likes you. You brought those deviled eggs to a goddamn party and you fucked them up? Did you not eat it? Did you not taste the yolk mix before you scooped them back into the white shit? No, you didn't. You should be ashamed. Okay, I'm just saying you should have to wear like a scarlet letter. Instead of like an A for adulteress, you're going to have to wear an M for fucking moron. I guess it would be FM. You're like, hey, you like FM radio? No, I'm a fucking moron. I don't know how to make deviled eggs. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, I do not recommend eating that many eggs. Go maybe 2 a day. You should be good. I'm not a fucking doctor. Again, did you tune into this podcast for medical advice? Because you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Don't do dumb shit. Don't overindulge on things, despite what scientists might say or blah, 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 blah. Okay? Don't do that. Not good for you. But I thought if I ate 10 hamburgers a day, it'd make me lose some weight. Can't believe my cholesterol's through the roof and my heart stopped beating for like 10 minutes. Can't believe it. What a shock. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Don't do that stuff. This is wild. This is what the headline reads. It says, scam couple dupe wedding guests and says shelling out almost $3,000 each. This is the dumbest fucking trend I have seen. We've talked about it multiple times this year about how brides and grooms are charging their guests. That's absurd. A destination wedding is expensive already if you have one of those. And then to charge people, be like, hey, the catering's not going to pay for itself. No, it's not, but you can pay for it. My goodness. It's these people that have these just absurd obsessions with having the over-the-top weddings when they can't even afford it. If you have money to shit away, then do it yourself. But there is nothing wrong with having a wedding that is nickeled and dimed. Okay? How's it catered? Fucking Taco Bell. Okay, that's fine. Maybe not even Taco Bell. Maybe you just go to the grocery store and build your own taco bar. That would be fine. Guess what? At the end of the day, it's about two people getting married. Okay? Nobody gives a shit if it's like, wow, did you see that fountain with, I believe those were real dolphins in there. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. The imperfections of things, especially just in life in general, are what's beautiful. And it doesn't have to be perfect. What it needs to be is a venue where two people can come together to express that they are committing themselves to one another for life, and it's all bonded by love. There you go. Fuck, man. Do you know, little side note, I did this a few years ago. I have no idea where it's at, and it's probably not valid anymore. I was registered to marry people. I never did it because I didn't want to fuck it up. I just did it because I just want to see how easy it was. And it's stupid easy. I was certified by whatever entity to marry people, and it was legally binding. I was like, that's fascinating and disturbing, all wrapped up in one. But that being said, it's not like you can go do some criminal acts because you can go marry people. I'm not like running up to random people and be like, hey, you, yeah? hold hands real quick. Okay, you're fucking married. Got him. And then there's like some newscast where people are like, the wedding bandit's out there again. He's going around marrying people against their will. Oh my God, the humanity. That's not happening. That can't happen. Okay? It's not like, oh, that son of a bitch. Oh man, that's my sister. Hell, we gonna do it anyway. Welcome to Arkansas. Anyway. I feel like this is a giant squirrel episode. This is what it is. My apologies. Hey, if you want to advertise on this squirrel nonsense of a show, Colorado's #1 comedy podcast, it is, thanks to FeedSpot and you guys all that listen. What you can do is I'm giving small businesses a big deal. I'm cutting rates in half. I've been talking to several small businesses. They're trying to get their things in order. We got some new sponsors lined up. Can't wait to get into them. But if you're somebody that is interested in advertising and getting the word out on your small company, or maybe you have a friend or a family member that has a small company and they really want to get some more eyes and ears onto the business, hit me up, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. What I'll do is we'll start a conversation. I'll send some more detailed information on what you get when you become an advertiser and a partner, is really what I like to call it, a partner with this show. And we're growing so fast on this podcast. It's amazing. And what I want to do is help out the small business. There's so many companies out there that have an opportunity to help others, but they don't do it. And this is a way for me to lend a helping hand. And also just like it's nice to meet a lot of these companies that make the world go round, and it's really neat. So from now until October 31st, 2024, if you and your business commit to a 2-month trial, you're going to be a proud sponsor of the #1 comedy podcast in Colorado, and it's only going to cost you half the price. So go ahead, like I said, shoot me an email, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. I'll send you more details. Your company's message is going to be projected out to the world via all podcast audio platforms, plus video on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. With over 20 years in Denver media, I know what I'm doing. I've been around, and I'm not just dicking around on this podcast. I've been doing this show now for almost 4 years, and the numbers are growing. The interaction with listeners is blooming as well. It's awesome. And I get advertising budgets can be slim. I do. I understand that. Usually the end of the year is the hardest for especially small business. And I'm a small business too, so I'm very sympathetic, okay? I want to make sure your money's being used wisely. And that's why I'm cutting you and your company a break. So go ahead and reach out to me, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. I'll send you the details on the half-off sponsorship rates if you commit to a 2-month trial by October 31st of 2024. Again, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. And let's get things rolling. Before we get into some entertainment news with Cowboy DeHuff, adding on to some of the headlines, this is I don't understand fashion in like, the whole Kardashian thing and like how they're just these fashion icons and they make a butt ton of money. Good for them. Good for them. Can't bag on them for that. I just don't understand it. The hottest seat at Fashion Week, get this, is a beanbag chair you can buy for guess how much? Guess how much? $10,000. That's ridiculous. So if you want to crap away $10,000 and look like a snooty asshole that's really kind of uncomfortable and sitting at an awkward angle, but hey, you got fancy clothes on, yeah, there you go. That's your option right there. That's just dumb. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. Beanbag chairs. Listen, some people, my kids love beanbag chairs. I can't deal with beanbag chairs because I feel so awkward getting out of a beanbag. My kids have 2 beanbags. I'm staring at them right now. And getting out of them as a grown-ass man with, a couple ailments like, jacked up knee, jacked up hip. I'm like, "Ugh," I'm like rolling out. And then there's been a couple times where I'm like, depending on like how my body's really feeling, I'll be like, "Hey, can you guys help me up?" And they're like, sweet God, sweet Jesus, Mom, this is a 3-person job. Let's get him out of here." My goodness, it's not fun. I don't know why anybody want to buy a seat, a beanbag chair for 10 grand. Somebody that just like shitting away money, and it's also a social thing, a status thing. Be like, oh, that chair that she's sitting in, guess how much it is? 10 grand. Oh, only the high rollers can do that. Look at her. She's so glamorous as she rolls out, ends up on all fours trying to get out of the fucking beanbag in her dress that is way too tight. So ridiculous. I don't get it. Do not get it. Things I don't get is Jamie Foxx was hanging out with Jerry Jones. And I'm not sure exactly when this was, but they were at a practice. And Jerry Jones is heard making a comment in regard. He's like, it's hard. I cut it up because there's wind going on and stuff like that. And he's talking about the dimensions, all the sizes of, like, say, certain players. Okay, he's got, he's this tall, he weighs this much, his hand size is this, and then it just goes on to something just really bizarre. Hopefully you can understand this. One second, here we go.
9 3/8, 8.5 dick.
Now, I know there's a lot of wind in that, but he said 8.5 dick. Why? Jerry, the things that come out of your mouth, do you even think about it? And what's funny is it's in selfie mode when Jamie Foxx is recording this video, and he's kind of toggling back and forth between Jerry. So Jerry's right there. And then he starts talking about, yeah, he's got like 9 and 7 whatever it was, hands or something like that. And then he's like, 8.5 dick. You know what that 8.5 dick can go do?
I want me some glory hole.
It can go in those glory holes. It can, Jerry. Oh my God. Whoa.
I want me some glory hole.
Jerry Jones, you are the gift that keeps on giving. And what's funny is you look at Jamie Foxx's face and he's just like sitting there like, what the fuck am I listening to? What the shit? Which makes you wonder, because I'm guessing he had heard it before and then he knew it was coming up again. So he's like, okay, they're talking about dudes' dicks. And what's funny is Jerry Jones says, I don't recall making an 8.5 dick comment to Jamie Foxx. Well, he didn't say it to Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was just happened to be right next to him. And Jerry's talking to a scout or somebody. Like, what does that matter? Huh? If they have too big of dicks, you don't want them on there. Too small, not good. Right in the middle. Right in the middle is fine. Is that what you want? Be like, I don't know, the 8.5. It's kind of on the large side. What the fuck, Jerry? But again, Jerry, you got some issues, man. I was gonna start talking about glory holes again. I don't think we need to do that.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I know you want to, but I'm not gonna. Okay, back off. I don't want you coming back at me and saying, "Look, you talk too much glory hole."
I didn't do fucking shit.
Yeah, man, get off me. Get off my back, okay? Again, I haven't made an open for this, and I should. It's entertainment news with Cowboy DeHuff. Boo, 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 boo. Entertainment news with Cowboy DeHuff. Yeehaw, fuckers. Hey, Scotty, how's it going? It's going good, dude. There's a lot going on. What do you got on deck for us today? I hold on. Sorry, Scotty, I just spit all over the place. Speaking of that, Diddy. Oh, cowboy, that's disgusting. What, man? Jeez. Diddy is reportedly not eating in prison. Oh my God, that poor little thing. He gonna dwindle down to nothing but sticks and elbows. Basically, he's scared. They said due to fear and paranoia that he is now a target and he could die from poisoning. Well, ain't that a peach? You have these sex parties and beat the shit out of ladies for no fucking reason, you dickhead. And God knows what else you're doing. I saw a video where Justin Bieber was crying his eyes out. Sounds like he got a little pickle tickle from Diddy. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. Okay? Well, that's a huge accusation. I think you should retract that. I don't know what that means. Yeah, dude, Diddy does have a target on his back. And as much as we all joke about it, if all of a sudden he passed away in prison, I don't think anybody be shocked about it. I mean, he paid off one of his mansions, and I believe he put it in his kid's name for fear of the government, taking it over. It's like he was preparing for this shit to happen. He knew that things were going to catch up with him. And we're going to hear more and more about Diddy. We joked about it last week with 10,000 bottles of lube and baby oil. That's a lot of lube. I got to be honest, unless you're birthing a cow, you don't need that much lube. I don't know how to follow up with that one. Good, because I don't want to get into it. Good. Okay, anyway. There's going to be more and more nastiness that comes out in regards to Diddy. Whether it's him just observing and allowing certain things to go on or things that he did himself. The video of him beating the snot out of that lady is disgusting. He's a horrible human being. Okay. And it's just going to start unraveling. You're going to hear more and more stories come out because he's behind bars and the target is on his back. So now these victims are going to have the avenue to come out and say, listen, okay, I'm a victim too. And some people might look at that as like, well, why didn't you come out before? Well, I think we kind of know why. Because the dude's a dirty, dirty man. As in, he had a lot of power because he had a lot of money and he obviously didn't care who knew about it. But the problem is now it's blowing up in its face. So I wouldn't doubt if we find out some even more disturbing things as time goes on. And that's sad, but it's good for the individuals that were victims to have the ability to go, okay, this monster needs to be where he's at. And let's be honest, like, dude, my wife is watching that, that Netflix had the Jeffrey Dahmer Monsters story. Now this season, it's the Eric and Lyle Menendez thing. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised in like 5 years, they're going to have the Monsters P. Diddy version, right? Because it sounds like he's just a horrible, disgusting human being. Cowboy, I'm sorry. Jeez, man, you just took over my goddamn segment. Gee, you know what we call you? We call you an air hog, you son of a bitch. God dang, you ain't all balls for that. Holy cow. Hey, speaking of all balls, though, holy shit. The Deadpool and Wolverine movie is going to be released on digital coming up on October 1st and on Blu-ray October 22nd. You going to watch that? You going to go buy that? Fuck yeah, I'm going to go buy that. That shit's awesome. That's a great movie. Now, that being said, if you buy the digital version when it first comes out, it's going to be like $30. And everybody knows you a cheap bastard. Yes, I know. I can finish your sentence for you. It's true. I'm not going to spend $30 on it. Oh, wait for the price to go down to like $19.99, something like that. Then I'll get although I'm guessing that means probably around November, December, that will be available on Disney Plus. So then I already pay for that, which I got to be honest, the 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 amount of movies that are available on Disney Plus is just huge now. So it's definitely one of the few streams that's worth getting into nowadays. I don't like Netflix that much anymore. Hey, guess what? Nobody fucking cares. Gee, my goodness gracious. Hey, Scotty, I gotta go. Thank you so much. There you go. That's Cowboy DeHuff with the entertainment news. Do-do-do-do-do. Cowboy! Yeehaw! That was dumb. I'm sorry. Boy, we had a lot of weirdness going on. We had Jerry Jones talking about glory holes, and then we had P. Diddy, just news. Jeez. Dude, that whole P. Diddy thing though. Like I saw some clip. I don't want to watch it because it's just gonna gross me out and make your mind wander. But the interview from a few years ago where it's Justin Bieber being interviewed and he's getting emotional and crying because he was trying to warn Billie Eilish about the disgusting nature of the music industry. And then you match that up with videos of Diddy getting in Bieber's face, patting him down, making sure he's not wearing a wire, and then him saying that he knows certain things on Justin Bieber, things that he's done. And you're just like, dude, what the fuck? Did you make him suck somebody's dick? Is that what happened? Is that not kind of what your mind goes crazy? Be like, dude, Diddy, what the fuck, man? So as much as we joke about it, it's gonna come out pretty fucked up. We're gonna be like, oh my God. And then all these other celebrities that went to these freak offs, whatever, the list that probably will never officially be released of how many different celebrities there. Now with social media, that there's certain individuals that were at these parties, but there's probably a bunch that you'll never know. But like, who is it? Ashton Kutcher, like he's gone dark because there's a video of him talking about how there's a lot of stories he can't say. There's a lot of disturbing things that he's seen at Diddy's parties. Like he doesn't want to come out because God knows once somebody like that comes out and says something to be like, these are the details. I saw, you remember the movie Human Centipede? You're like, what? That happened at a Diddy party? There ain't no party like a Diddy party, huh, LeBron? Once one person comes out and gives like some crude details, it's going to spill out like a dam being released. And there's going to be a lot of things. A lot of celebrities are going to be like, hey, remember when you were getting your dick sucked by, that baby elephant? Yeah. Stuff like that. Those freak-offs are crazy. That's what I'm saying is like it's going to spill out and it's going to come out. And a lot of these celebrities, especially if they partook in some nastiness, they're not going to speak. The more silent they are, the more suspicious they are to me. If I see let's just say Justin Bieber, because it seems like there's a lot of focus around him. If he comes out, one, that's very powerful for individuals that are victims of abuse in whatever the fuck happened to him. Well, I'm just assuming. I don't know for sure anything bad actually happened to Justin Bieber. I'm just speculating based on what tiny bit of evidence I've seen. Okay? It's wrong of me to assume. But here I am assuming. But if he came out, let's say he was a victim, and he comes out and speaks to it and is honest and is open of a book as he possibly can, that gives a lot of power and strength to other victims to come out and say, hey, this guy's a big name dude. And he came out and voiced what happened and what he did and what happened to him. That's huge. And it's going to put somebody away like, he's just the next generation of P. Diddy, whatever, is the next, next final boss from Harvey Weinstein. Now you got Diddy. Okay, the entertainment industry is disgusting. It's gross. I've heard stories, but nothing that bad. You know, I've heard stories of just, celebrities that are just sex crazed and they're banging nonstop. But I've never heard anything like what we're kind of hearing rumblings about with Diddy and all that stuff. So and it's what's sad is like as fucked up as it is, I'm very fucking curious about it. It's the classic. Yet why is everybody slowing down on the highway? Because there's an accident on the side of the road. We know we shouldn't be looking, and it's sad because like somebody could have died or somebody could be, disfigured or just injured for the rest of their lives. But you can't help but fucking look at it. That's what we're looking at with Diddy. We know it's wrong, but we're just so fucking curious of like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck, man? Ugh. My God.
You just got banged.
Hey, inappropriate time to play that. Okay?
I didn't do fucking shit.
Yeah, you did. You pressed the button. What's funny is I'm talking to myself. You guys are fucked up. I mean, seriously, you people are just jacked up in the head.
What do you mean, you people?
I'm talking to you. You guys, I gotta go do some laundry, okay? It doesn't do itself, okay? Right? By the way, check out my where did I put that? On my Facebook. No, on my Twitter account. I posted at DeHuff Podcast on Twitter a picture of what it would look like if I was the guy cleaning up after a Diddy party. Let's just say nobody touches the veggie tray, at least not in the appropriate way. Anyway, okay, I'm in a hazmat suit. You got to love AI. That's all I got to say. I'm using AI, even though I know one day it's going to destroy the planet. It is, okay? But you got to enjoy it now when you can make fun of, scumbags like Diddy. Diddy. Oh, hey, Diddy, do you think they have these in prison?
I want me some glory hole.
I bet they do, Diddy. Anyway, don't go stick it in there. Somebody might bite it off. What a dumb way to die, huh? How'd you die? You're at the pearly gates. How'd you die, Todd? Well, I stuck my dick in a hole in a wall and somebody bit it off. You're going to go in that category over there, okay? Those are the other people that did the exact same thing. Hi, come on over here. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. I really appreciate each and every one of you that listens to this show. Give it a nice review if you could, please. That would be fantastic. Big thanks to Bet Online. Go check them out, betonline.ag. Nothing wrong with just perusing through the website. See some good deals. I don't know. Yeah, make some bets. All right. Thank you guys so much. Let's continue to move forward. It's DeHuff Uncensored. I'll talk to you next time.